Isaac Hill. At guard number 23, Stefan Popovich. At forward, Vanja Glisic, number 12. And rounding out the Cardinal Stritch lineup, number 25, Philip Milosevic. And now the starting lineup for your Fighting Saints. At guard, the graduate student standing 6'1" out of Portland, Oregon, number 1, Russell Tillery. At the other guard, a junior standing 5'11" from Miami, Florida, number 55, Darius Wright. At forward, 6'7" junior out of Mokina, Illinois, number 10, EJ Charles. At the other forward is a 6'3" standing sharpshooting senior out of Frankfort, Illinois, number 23, Joey Bujemi. And in the middle, the 6'5" graduate student out of Sydney, Australia, the center, number 13, Lewis Holley. Your Fighting Saints are coached by Ryan Marks.
Good afternoon from inside the Sullivan Center. Welcome to University of St. Francis Fighting Saints basketball. Today the Saints take on the Wolves of Cardinal Stritch University. Terry Bonadonna with you on the call for today's action. You just heard the starting lineups: Mason Kalu, Isaac Hill, Vanja Glisic, Stefan Popovich, and Philip Milosevic for Cardinal Stritch. And for St. Francis, Russell Tillery, EJ Charles, Lewis Holy, Joey Bujemi. And a change to the lineup today: Darius Wright gets the start at guard for the Fighting Saints, who are trying to bounce back after a blowout loss at Olivet Nazarene on Wednesday. It is EJ Charles against Vanja Glisic for the opening tip, and it is won by Charles. And the Saints, the home team, wearing gold today, goes from right to left here in the first half. Cardinal Stritch in black will be going from left to right, and they'll be going there right now as the Saints turn it over. Not the start that Ryan Marks was hoping for, as the Saints commit a turnover just 7 seconds into the action. St. Francis comes into play today with an overall record of 8-6. They're 4-5 in the CCAC. Cardinal Stritch with 1-6 in conference, 3-10 overall. Mason Kalu passes outside. Glisic over to Isaac Hill. Hill, the senior from Orlando, Florida, passes off to his right. A drive from Popovich. Stefan Popovich misses on the runner, and the Saints come away with the rebound. Russell Tillery picking up the pace a little bit as he passes outside. Joey Bujemi for three. That's short. Lewis Holy fights for the rebound and tips it out to Darius Wright. New life here for the Fighting Saints as they get to try again. Holy, with his back to the basket, passes outside to Russell Tillery. Shot clock under 10. Here's EJ Charles. Out to Holy. Holy with three to shoot, gives it to Charles. Three-point attempt is no good, off the back iron. Saints go 0 of 2 on this possession, and Cardinal Stritch takes over. Mason Kalu sets it up, and an offensive foul called on Vanja Glisic, the redshirt freshman from Serbia. Glisic is whistled for the moving screen. It's his first foul, and the first foul of the game. So we're over a minute in. No score just yet. Saints have come up empty, shooting the basketball early on. Both teams have a turnover. EJ Charles fights his way inside, up with a right-handed in. Good post work by EJ Charles. And the Saints strike first here, 2-0. They lead about a minute and a half into the action. Here's Isaac Hill for Cardinal Stritch. Hill takes it up top, passes to his left. Glisic. And a foul is called on St. Francis. I think EJ Charles poked Glisic in the eye right there. Inadvertent, but a foul just the same. And the first foul called against the Fighting Saints today. Hill is the inbounder here. He fires it into Mason Kalu. Kalu picked up by Darius Wright. Here's Kalu again, down to the corner, double team by Wright and Holy. Passes outside, three-point attempt misses from Milosevic, and the rebound goes to E.J. Charles. Junior forward off to a good start today. There's Joey Bujemi inside. Bujemi is called for the offensive foul. Second foul called on the Fighting Saints. First on Joey Bujemi. 17:56 on the clock here in the first half. And St. Francis has turned it over for the second time. Cardinal Stritch still looking for their first bucket, though. Slow start today for the Wolves, who have come down from Wisconsin. Isaac Hill in the corner. Hill pulls it out to the wing and passes up top. Around to the left side, it's Popovich. With the shot clock at 10, Milosevic hands it off to Glisic. Glisic picks up his dribble, gives it to Isaac Hill. Hill with the shot clock running under 5, stripped by Joey Bujemi, and Bujemi takes it away. Bujemi gets the steal, now sets up the offense, step back into a three-pointer, too strong. Rebound tips towards the baseline and scooped up by Stefan Popovich. Slow offensive start continues, and it gets a little bit worse. Mason Kalu dribbles it out of bounds. Kalu, the sophomore from Australia, turns it over. Just took his eye off the ball. It squirted through his fingertips. Well, we're nearly 3 minutes in. Still looking for either team to get in rhythm here. Kasif Deacon has checked in for Cardinal Stritch. He replaces Filip Milosevic. Darius Wright, with his feet just behind the line, knocks down the three. Darius Wright is on the board. Wright making his first start of the season today. Scores 9.5 points per game. And he is a good three-point shooter as well, as most of the team is. 48% from beyond the arc this season. 5-0 St. Francis. And Russell Tillery pokes the ball away. He comes up with a steal. Tillery takes it inside against Deacon and draws the foul. Foul on the floor, according to the official. So the Saints will inbound from the baseline. Second foul called against Cardinal Stritch. First on Kasif Deacon. Excuse me, Tevin Dillon, the foul, not Kasif Deacon. This is Joey Bujemi out to Darius Wright. I was Dillon actually came in. I had the wrong number, 34 rather than 33. Cardinal Stritch playing shorthanded today. E.J. Charles tries to fling it outside to Bujemi. It was deflected out. I think Charles is claiming that his arm was hit, and that's why the ball was so off target. The official says, no, the ball was tipped. And Anthony Houston, the Cardinal Stritch head coach, said, no, the ball wasn't tipped. And there was no foul called, so it should be Cardinal Stritch basketball. But it has been awarded to the Saints with 12 on the shot clock. I guess it's a compromise. Saints wanted a foul. Cardinal Stritch wanted the ball. We'll just call it St. Francis basketball. Joey Bujemi up top to E.J. Charles. Over to the right wing, it's Russell Tillery with a shot clock under 10. Tillery gets the screen. Lobs it down low to Lewis Holy. Holy is hacked, and he scores. Nice play by Lewis Holy. A good find by Russell Tillery. And Holy can make this a three-point play. Lewis Holy this year, 74% from the free throw line, and he makes the shot here. 8-0 St. Francis. The foul is the second on Vanja Glisic. And remember, Cardinal Stritch is playing shorthanded today. They have just 7 active players. So they can't afford to see anybody get in foul trouble. Glisic stays on the floor with his 2. Three-point attempt is no good from Popovich. And it's tipped out by St. Francis. So Cardinal Stritch will get another chance here with the shot clock at 20. Isaac Hill is the inbounder. E.J. Charles jumps the passing lane, takes it away. On the other end, spins and dunks, and the Saints lead by 10. Timeout called by Cardinal Stritch. The Fighting Saints off to a fantastic start today. And E.J. Charles just played the role of quarterback on that play. just jumped right out in front of the receiver, and no defense going the other way. They didn't want to risk picking up another foul and chasing him down. E.J. Charles has the easy dunk. Kind of a soft 360 there from Charles. He did the spin and made it look easy with nobody contesting him. Charles picks up his second field goal of the game. He's got 4 points, and the Fighting Saints have built their lead up to 10, with Cardinal Stritch now going close to 4.5 minutes to start this game without a field goal. Credit to the Saints defense. They've forced 5 turnovers already. The Wolves are just 0 of 3 from the field. They've got the basketball right now, and it's Mason Kalu setting it up. Hand off to Stefan Popovich. Popovich passes back to Kalu on the right. Kicked out to Dillon. Dillon penetrates. Dillon throws up a wild shot off the backboard. Can't get it to go. E.J. Charles takes it across half court and gives it to Wright. Down into the corner, Joey Bajemi. Russell Tillery now back to Bajemi. Joey Bajemi, the leading scorer this season for the Fighting Saints. Hasn't scored yet tonight. It has been Darius Wright, E.J. Charles, and Lewis Holy who have done the brunt of the damage. An offensive rebound for Charles there off of Wright's miss. Second chance, no. The rebound goes to Kalu. Here comes Cardinal Stritch. It's Dillon. Dillon blocked from behind by E.J. Charles. And out of bounds. It'll stay with Cardinal Stritch. Carter Fahey checks in for the Fighting Saints. Lewis Holy to the bench with 14:42 to play in the first half. And a substitution for Cardinal Stritch as well, as Timothy Harper is in the game. This is Dillon. Dillon draws the foul. So Dillon playing kind of like a bull in the china shop early on. When he gets the basketball, he takes it inside. A little bit out of control, but in this case it pays off as he gets himself to the line. And he can snap this scoreless streak to begin the game. And he does by making the free throw. Second free throw coming up. Tevin Dillon makes them both. It's 10-2. So Cardinal Stritch took 5.5 minutes, but they got themselves on the board. And now they trail by 8 as Milosevic comes back in. Tillery over to Darius Wright. Back to Russell Tillery. Bajemi looks for the cutter. Didn't have him. Joey Bajemi bounces once. Gives it to Darius Wright. Tillery inside to Charles. E.J. Charles turns to face the basket. Now he drives. Lays it up. No. Grabs his own rebound. Second chance. No again. Third chance for Charles, and this time he's fouled. So he missed on the first, grabbed his own rebound, missed again, grabbed his own rebound, and missed again, but this time he was fouled. So E.J. Charles, who's off to a good start today, has a chance to add a couple more from the free throw line. Charles, an improved free throw shooter this season, makes the first. 5 points, 5 rebounds, a steal, and a block already for E.J. Charles. He's been all over the stat sheet over the first 6 minutes today. Second shot gets the front of the rim and rolls in. Carlos Tobias off the bench for St. Francis. He replaces Russell Tillery. First action of the game for Tobias, who typically would start the action. Not today, as Darius Wright jumps in front of the pass, takes it away, controls the dribble, and lays it in. Darius Wright has 5 points. Wright is the man who started in Tobias' place. First start of the year for Darius Wright. And it's the first change to the starting lineup that Ryan Marks has made all year. It has been a steady starting 5 with Tillery, Tobias, Bajemi, Holy, and Charles. But for the first time this season, Ryan Marks has decided to make a switch as Mason Kalu knocks down the triple. Kalu has his first points of the game. First field goal of the game for Cardinal Stritch comes nearly 7 minutes in. But they finally connect from the field and cut the deficit to 9. Tobias bounces over to Darius Wright. So far so good on the revised lineup. Darius Wright lays it in off a beautiful feed from Carter Fahey. Wright has 7 points. Fahey has his first assist. And the Saints are cruising early on here, an 11-point lead with 12:45 to play in the first half. Milosevic spins his way around Fahey and banks it in. Nice move by Filip Milosevic. And our score is now 16-7. Cardinal Stritch back within single digits as they've scored on back-to-back possessions. Carlos Tobias on the outside, puts it on the floor, drives, blocked, grabs his own loose ball. And the Saints keep the possession alive. Nice job by Tobias not to be discouraged after the miss, kept the possession going. E.J. Charles misses on the 2-point jumper. And then Cardinal Stritch can cut into this deficit with another basket here. They've already scored on back-to-back possessions after not making a field goal for the first 6.5 minutes. Here's Mason Kalu. Kalu along the baseline, kicks it out to Milosevic. Jumper misses. Rebound in and out of the hands of Isaac Hill as he loses it out of bounds. Back to the bench for St. Francis. Rehana Maxwell-Topia is back on the floor. First action he's seeing today. He missed some time over the last few weeks. Nadav Gerner is out there, as is Jake Carley. Carley gets his first touch, passes up top to Gerner. They've all gotten their first touch now. Carley. Back to Gerner, left side, into Maxwell-Topia. Maxwell-Topia along the baseline, drives, gets underneath, and lays it in. Good body control by Rehana Maxwell-Topia right there, and a strong finish as he increases the lead once again, back to double digits, 18-7. Cardinal Stritch tries to answer quickly. Tevin Dillon does. He knocks down the three. Tevin Dillon, the freshman from Alabama, getting his first action of the year. He has been pretty impressive off the bench. He's got 5 of his team's 10 points. Keeping Cardinal Stritch in this thing after a very slow start for the Wolves. Jake Carley into the corner. Maxwell-Topia thought about the three. Instead he dribbles back out to Carley. Carley's three-pointer is good. Jake Carley has his first points. Carley seldom used at the beginning of the season, but he's seen his minutes increase lately. Playing 7 minutes a game. This is his 10th appearance of the season. 3-point attempt is short from Vlanja Glisic. And here come the Saints. It's Carter Fahey. Fahey on the drive, kicks it out to Gerner. Nadav Gerner over to Carlos Tobias. His first 3-point attempt of the game misses short. And the rebound goes to Stritch. Just about halfway through this first period. Saints by 11. Cardinal Stritch has an opportunity here to get it back to single digits. Harper on the outside, guarded closely by Gerner. Gerner pokes it free, but the loose ball is picked up by Tevin Dillon. Dillon up with the right hand, an underhanded shot, and it's an air ball. Here comes Maxwell-Topia for the Fighting Saints. Maxwell-Topia into the corner, Tobias, extra pass. That pass doesn't matter. There's a foul called on Rehana Maxwell-Topia's drive. So Maxwell-Topia is called for the charge. It's his first foul, the third on the Fighting Saints. 9:42 to play in the first half. Saints are playing with 5 subs on the floor right now. A luxury that Cardinal Stritch doesn't have. They barely have 5 players. 3-point attempt from the top of the key. No good from Stefan Popovic. Here come the Saints. Fahey over to the left side. Maxwell-Topia. 3-point attempt. Well short. Rebound to Harper. Here's Popovic on the drive, working against Carley. His runner misses short, and Carley grabs the rebound. Saints have numbers here. Fahey struggles to gain control of it, but once he does, he's able to scoop it in. Carter Fahey's got his first 2 points of the afternoon. So we'll go along with a couple of rebounds and an assist. And the lead is back to 13 for St. Francis, matching their largest. Inside, it's Glisic. Over to Popovich. Steps inside the three-point line and knocks down the mid-range jumper. Nice fake from Stefan Popovich as he's able to finish with the jumper. Cardinal Stritch has gotten their bearings offensively. Now they need a few big defensive stops. The Wolves did not hit on a field goal over the first 6.5 minutes. Over the last 5, they've heated up. Fahey, jumper, good. 4 in a row for Carter Fahey. That one a pretty shot from the baseline. Here's Harper across half court. Harper takes it in, kicks it outside. Corner 3, Popovich, no good. Rebound Fahey. Carter Fahey showing an impressive stat line in this first half as Gerner kicks it into the corner. Carlos Tobias drives. Tobias lays it up. No. Grabs his own miss. Tries again. No good on the second chance. And here come the Wolves. This is Hill. Isaac Hill gives it up to Dillon in the corner. Up top, Harper. Timothy Harper drives on Tobias, and a foul is called on the floor on Carlos Tobias. 7.5 minutes to play. First half. Tobias is called for his first foul. Lewis Holy checks back in for Fahey, who gave the Saints some good minutes off the bench. Isaac Hill will inbound here with the shot clock set to 20. Hill trying to find Harper, finds Popovich instead. Now Harper over to Milosevic. Milosevic isn't knocked away by Holy, tracks it down, 9 to shoot. Filip Milosevic hands it to Glisic. Glisic has 3 seconds, gets around Carly, throws it up with the left hand, no good. Rebound Holy. Good defensive possession for St. Francis. Made him force a shot. Here's Carly in rhythm, no good, a little bit short. Harper grabs the rebound. Harper is guarded by Rihanna Maxwell Topia down the floor. Maxwell Topia reaches for the steal. Harper gets by him. Maxwell Topia gets back in position. Shot clock is half gone as Harper steps back. Throws it off to his left. This is Stefan Popovich. Popovich is stripped by Gerner, and Gerner has the steal. Gerner one-on-one against Glisic. Gerner misses on the layup. Good defense by Glisic, who knew he couldn't afford to foul. He just stuck his hands up, got in the way of Gerner, and forced the miss. Three-pointer for Glisic is short. Holy grabs another rebound. 3 rebounds for Lewis Holy in this first half. Nice pass to Tobias to Holy, and Holy lays it in. Good vision from Carlos Tobias. As he picks up an assist, Lewis Holy has 5 points. Saints' lead is their biggest, 15. Vanja Glisic bounces to his left. Guarded by Maxwell Topia. The ball's kicked loose. Diving on the floor. Holy keeps it alive to Rihanna Maxwell Topia. And the Saints slow it down. Jake Carly hands to Nadav Gerner. Up top, Holy. The shot clock never reset. Whistle blows. The clock was at 1 second. If that whistle hadn't blown, we would have heard the buzzer. So now they've got to reset the shot clock to, I would guess, about 23 or 24. As the Saints will inbound from the sideline to restart the possession. They set it to 26. Tillery and Wright are back out on the floor for St. Francis. Jake Carly gets it in to Tillery. E.J. Charles. Hand off to Tillery. Tillery along the baseline, bounces to Holy. Layup is good. Beautiful setup by Russell Tillery. He's got himself his second assist, and Holy's got 7 points. Big lead for St. Francis as we move into the latter stages of the first half. Popovich dribbles in with the right hand. Step back jumper for Popovich is good. Popovich connects on his second field goal of the game. The lead is 15. Here's Darius Wright. Wright lobs it for Charles, stopped by Popovich. Charles is able to pull it in, but he throws it away, intercepted by Mason Kalu. Here comes Kalu on the drive. Kalu up over Holy, no good. Tip in, misses. Rebound, Tillery. Russell Tillery bounces ahead to Darius Wright. Wright is stripped by Gleasic. It's taken away. A steal for Cardinal Stritch. Hill against Holy. Pulls up short and floats it in. Nice play by Isaac Hill, scoring over Lewis Holy. And the Saints call a timeout. 4:38 to play. It's the first half of action, and it's been all St. Francis so far. They lead Cardinal Stritch by a 29-16 score. St. Francis has forced 8 turnovers already in this game, and it's been one of the big keys to their success, with Lewis Holy and Darius Wright leading the way, 7 points apiece. Those 8 turnovers, by the way, they have been forced by the St. Francis defense. 6 of the 8 turnovers have come on steals. And this is maybe the most impressive part so far for St. Francis. Each of those 6 steals has come from a different player. The stat you don't see very often in the first half of any basketball game at all, let alone the first half of a game. To see a team have 6 different players on the stat sheet with steals. Pretty impressive over the first 15 and a half minutes of this game. Out of the timeout, St. Francis basketball, leading by 13. Darius Wright holds it outside and passes off to his right. Joey Bajemi around a screen from Holy, lobs it into Holy. Holy is able to lay it up and in. Mason Kalu took the hit from Holy and fell to the ground looking for a foul, but not a lot of contact there, so Kalu did not get credit for it. Instead, he just freed up a clear path for Lewis Holy. Holy's got 9 points to lead all scorers. Most of those just in the last couple of minutes. Kalu passes to Popovich on his left. Popovich up top to Gleasic. Back over to Kalu. Sophomore from Australia, starts to dribble, working against Darius Wright. Waiting for the screen from Gleasic. He dribbles into his left, kicks it into the corner. Isaac Hill. Hill fires the 3 in the face of Joey Bajemi and misses short. Rebound is lost by Lewis Holy. He tried to keep it in bounds, couldn't do it. It is Cardinal Stritch possession with the shot clock at 20. Kalu trudges down to the baseline to inbound here. He finds Gleasic. Gleasic's shot is blocked by E.J. Charles. Good defense by Charles as Joey Bajemi takes it for the Saints. Lobbed in for Holy, knocked away. A no-look pass from Bajemi. Maybe he should have looked. Isaac Hill comes away with the deflection. Now Hill on the drive, blocked by Charles. Back-to-back blocks by E.J. Charles. Russell Tillery on the other end, quickly fouled by Mason Kalu. That's Kalu's first. It's the 5th on Cardinal Stritch. Both teams have committed 5 fouls. Russell Tillery at the line for 2 shots. Tillery, one of the best free throw shooters in the country so far this season. Makes the first. Late substitution for the Fighting Saints. Carter Fahey comes to the scorer's table. He comes in for Lewis Holy. Fahey came on, played 7 minutes earlier in this half. 4 points, 3 rebounds. So he's been effective in limited action so far. Second free throw rattles around and out for Russell Tillery. Saints are doubling up the Wolves, 32-16. Cardinal Stritch ball. Here's a pass to Popovich on the left side. Popovich gets the screen. Back to Tevin Dillon. Dillon's three-pointer is way short. Rebounded by Tillery. Russell Tillery works his way down the floor out to Darius Wright. Wright fires outside. It's Joey Bajemi. Thought about the long 3. Instead, Bajemi starts a dribble and pulls it back out. Russell Tillery back near half court. Bounce to Fahey. Carter Fahey looking for help. Dribbles to his right and gives it up to E.J. Charles. Charles' three-pointer misses off the back rim. Rebound goes to Isaac Hill. Hill over to Dillon on the left wing. Dillon stripped by Fahey, and Carter Fahey comes up with a steal. Fahey lobs for Charles, and a little bit off the mark on the lob. It's out of bounds off of E.J. Charles' hands. Saints have tried that lob inside to Charles a couple of times today, looking for the alley-oop. Did not get it either time. And this time it's a turnover. 7th of the half, committed by the Fighting Saints. Here's Mason Kalu. Over to his right. Popovich. Popovich gets around Fahey, down to the corner for Tevin Dillon. To Milosevic. Milosevic pulls it back outside with 10 to shoot. Kalu gets the screen from Milosevic. Tillery goes around it. Kalu spins his way inside, throws it towards the sideline, out of bounds. And if it hadn't been a turnover on the out of bounds, it would have been a turnover on a shot clock violation. Clock was down to 1, and they were not able to get anything up. The Saints have been in control throughout this first half, trying to stay that way over the final 2 minutes. It's Fahey out to Tillery. Lob down low for E.J. Charles. Charles turns towards the basket and draws the foul. Tevin Dillon got him. And so Charles goes back to the free throw line where he's made both of his prior attempts today. St. Francis in the bonus the rest of the half. This will be 2 shots though for Charles. First one is good. The foul was the second on Tevin Dillon. So both Dillon and Glisic now have 2 fouls. Charles has got one more free throw here. Try to make it 4 for 4 in the game. He does. E.J. Charles, 8 points, 5 rebounds, 3 blocked shots. In a very impressive first half. Mason Kalu picked up by Darius Wright. Walks it to his left, bounces up top. This is Filip Milosevic. Milosevic trying to hand it off to Kalu. Miscommunication there. It's a steal for the Saints, and Tillery capitalizes with the layup on the other end. That's one you don't see all that often, a botched handoff. 2 players weren't looking at each other. They just weren't on the same page. Tillery comes up with another steal as he pokes it away from Hill. And Russell Tillery has back-to-back fast break layups. 5 points now for Tillery as the Saints have 9 steals in the game. Seven different players have at least 1 steal for St. Francis. And now 2 have 2, and Tillery's got another. Russell Tillery blocked from behind, this time by Milosevic, but E.J. Charles is there with the follow. 3 steals now for Russell Tillery. He nearly had 3 straight fast break layups. Timothy Harper connects on the layup. Nice drive by Harper. Final minute of play in the half. Tillery works his way inside, blocked by Hill. And wasn't going anywhere near the basket anyway. Kalu's pass deflected. Brought in by Isaac Hill down to the corner. Tevin Dillon for 3. Good. From Tevin Dillon. He's hit a couple from the outside now. 8 points for Dillon on 2 of 6 shooting. And the Saints will hold for the final shot here. Tillery takes a step in with 6 on the clock. Tillery lobs for Charles. E.J. Charles, turnaround jumper, no good, and that is the end of the first half. What a first half it was for St. Francis. 10 steals. They forced 13 total turnovers. Didn't shoot the ball all that well, but they were able to get a lot of shots off because of all the turnovers they forced, and this has never been in doubt. Cardinal Stritch did not get their first points until more than 5 minutes into the game. They didn't get their first field goal until more than 6 minutes into the game. And here we stand at the half with St. Francis ahead, 40-21. I'll step aside for the next 15 minutes, but I'll be back. We'll get you some first half stats. We'll get you some second half action as the Saints try to pull away and even up their conference record at 5-5. 19-point lead for St. Francis here at halftime. Back at the University of St. Francis, halftime here between the Fighting Saints and the Wolves of Cardinal Stritch University. Terry Bonadonna with you for another 20 minutes of hoops, and the Saints are hoping that the next 20 minutes go about as well as the first 20 did, because they were in complete control from start to finish of that first half, leading all the way. They held Cardinal Stritch without any points for the first 5.5 minutes. And Cardinal Stritch didn't get their first field goal until nearly 7 minutes into the game. The Saints, meanwhile, built up a big lead. They've been up by as many as 24. It's 19 right now at the half. They're led by E.J. Charles, who has 10 points and 6 rebounds. Lewis Holy, 9 points and 3 rebounds. Russell Tillery's got 5 points and 3 steals. Darius Wright, 3 of 4 from the field. He's got 7 points. Saints as a team have 10. They've got 10 total steals in the first half, and they turned the ball over just 7 times compared to Cardinal Stritch's 13 times, leading to the key stat of the game, points off of turnovers. St. Francis 22, Cardinal Stritch just 2. So the Saints have been dominant in that regard, and that's allowed them to build a big lead. Cardinal Stritch, meanwhile, playing without their top 3 scorers of the season today. They are very shorthanded. They only have 7 players healthy and available to play today. Tevin Dillon, making his season debut, has led the team with 8 points so far on 2 of 6 shooting. They will come out to start the second half with their starting 5 on the floor. The Saints do the same, and we're back underway. Two teams have flipped sides. Cardinal Stritch, of course, now going from right to left. St. Francis from left to right. Mason Kalu kicks it into the corner. 3-point attempt for Glisic is no good, and Lewis Holy grabs his 4th rebound of the afternoon. A quiet afternoon here at the Sullivan Center now. Much of the crowd that was here before has started to filter out as Lewis Holy backs in on Milosevic. He kicks it out to Joey Bujemi. Bujemi works his way in from the right side. Looking behind him, finds E.J. Charles, and Charles draws the foul. How about Joey Bujemi, by the way? 0 points on nothing of 2 from the field. Bujemi scores 14 points per game. He is the Saints' leading scorer for the season. And here he is today, has not scored once, and they've got a 19-point halftime lead. E.J. Charles misses on the first free throw. First miss from the line today for Charles. He had been 4 for 4. Second shot is good. 41-21. St. Francis has the big lead. Here comes Cardinal Stritch. Isaac Hill across half court, passes off to Milosevic. Philip Milosevic, hounded by Lewis Holy, who backs up a little bit. Here's Glisic. Vanja Glisic finds Stefan Popovic. Mason Kalu with the shot clock under 10. Into the corner, 3-point attempt is no good, and the rebound is tipped out of bounds. St. Francis touched it last. Cardinal Stritch touched it last, and so St. Francis will take over. E.J. Charles handling the ball as he crosses half court. Passed over to Lewis Holy. Holy to Russell Tillery. Back into Holy. In and out of his hands. He saves it from going out of bounds, though, to Charles, and Charles scores with a foul. Big game today for E.J. Charles. And Charles has a chance at a 3-point play. Second foul on Milosevic. He's the 3rd player on this team with 2 fouls now. Tevin Dillon, Vanja Glisic have 2 apiece as well. E.J. Charles makes the free throw. Charles has scored the first 3 points out of halftime for the Fighting Saints. He's got 13 points for the game and 6 rebounds, on pace for a double-double today. Offensive foul on Cardinal Stritch. Things just going from bad to worse for Anthony Houston's squad. 3rd foul on Tevin Dillon. Houston has just 2 players available in reserve. So he doesn't want to see anybody foul out, but Dillon's got 3 now, and 2 other players have 2. Russell Tillery passes up to Charles. Back to the right wing. Darius Wright bouncing down low. Lewis Holy Holy with the defense closing in. Thought he could feed Russell Tillery for an open shot, but the pass a little bit wide and out of bounds. The Saints turn it over for the 8th time today. Cardinal Stritch started the first half in a scoring drought. They've done so as well here in the second. This one a relatively short drought so far. Not yet 2 minutes in. Nearly taken away by Joey Bajemi. Popovich keeps it alive though. Here's Glisic. Glisic working on Charles. Gives it back to Dillon. Tevin Dillon drives around Holy and lays it in. 10 points for Tevin Dillon and a timeout called by Cardinal Stritch. It's a full timeout. 17:53 to play in the second half. St. Francis trying to even up their conference record. They came in today at 4-5 in CCAC play. Not exactly where they'd like to be, but they're right there in the thick of things. Maybe not battling for a top seed in the conference tournament, but trying to get into the conference tournament. Top 8 teams qualify for that event, and St. Francis is right on the fringe right now. There are a whole bunch of teams bundled up in the middle of the CCAC at the moment. St. Francis is just one of them. Cardinal Stritch isn't there right now. The Wolves have just one win in CCAC play. They beat St. Xavier back on December 4th. They have lost 3 in a row since then. But there is time in this season to get back into it. Cardinal Stritch is not going to do that, I wouldn't think, with this lineup. Nothing against the guys who are out there right now, but the top 3 scorers this season for Cardinal Stritch are all inactive today. Their leading scorer, who's actually on the floor, Mason Kalu, averages 8 points per game. But they have no Ori Hilmerson, who has been very good this year. No Nakiel Shelton. They're making do with what they've got as Joey Bajemi launches a 3 and drains it. First points of the game for Joey Bajemi. And the Saints lead is up to 24. This match is their biggest of the afternoon. Popovich, guarded by Bajemi. Works to his right, loses the ball, gets it right back and flips it over to Tevin Dillon. Popovich wanted the 3. Good closeout defense though. Hill down to the corner. Good ball movement here. Glisic loses the ball. The shot clock running down. We've got a foul on St. Francis with just 1 second on the shot clock. And no real chance for Cardinal Stritch to get a shot off there. Lewis Holy and E.J. Charles both upset about that call. Cardinal Stritch bailed out though with 1 second to shoot. They get the shot clock to reset to 20 here. Foul's called on Holy. It's Holy's first and the team's first. Inbounded to Hill. Isaac Hill passes up top to Popovich. Popovich shakes free of Bujemi, shoots over Lewis Holy and comes up short. Rebound to St. Francis. This is Darius Wright. Wright pulls up at the three-point line and airballs a three-point attempt. A rare bad miss for a guy who has been a really good shooter this year. And a really good shooter today. Darius Wright had been 3 of 4 from the field prior to that miss. He's now 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. Here's Kalu. Kalu drives and kicks. Dillon in the corner. Tevin Dillon along the baseline. Flips it outside. Glisic with the shot clock under 10. To his right, Popovich fires a long-range 3. Misses off the back iron. Rebounded by Lewis Holy. Here comes E.J. Charles. Charles slicing through the defense. Draws the foul. That's the third foul on Vanja Glisic, so he becomes the second Wolf with 3 fouls. Still 16:26 to play in this game. 2 free throws for E.J. Charles, who's been a frequent visitor to the line. He hits on the first one. Charles is 7 of 8 from the free throw line today. 15 points now for the junior forward. There's number 16. He's 8 of 9 from the free throw line. I mentioned it the first time he shot free throws today. He is much improved over a year ago. Charles struggled to keep that number above 50% last year. This year he's up around 70. Over 70 with today's impressive performance. Glisic holds and passes to Isaac Hill. Hill, step back jumper. Too strong. Rebounded by Holy. Saints come up with another stop. Cardinal Stritch has scored just 2 points this half. E.J. Charles looks for help and finds Russell Tillery up top. Tillery drives on Hill and throws it outside looking for Bajemi. Goes straight out of bounds. 26-point lead for St. Francis. Cardinal Stritch basketball. Timothy Harper does the ball handling. Harper crosses over on Bajemi, gets inside the three-point line, pulls back outside. Over to his right, it's Isaac Hill. Hill backs up, over to Dillon at the top of the key. Dillon drives, blocked by Holy. Lewis Holy comes up with the block. Now here come the Saints in transition. E.J. Charles pulls it back and slows things down. Good transition defense for Cardinal Stritch, preventing the fast break. Can the Saints work something out in the half-court game? It's Darius Wright taking it in and kicking outside to Tillery. Three-point attempt. Tillery got it. The Saints have uncharacteristically struggled from beyond the arc today. That's their fourth made three-pointer of the game. They came in as one of the best three-point shooting teams in the country. Top 5 nationally in three-point percentage. Cardinal Stritch is one of the worst three-point defenses in the country. Saints are 4 of 14 from beyond the arc now for 29% as Mason Kalu draws the foul on his way to the hoop. He'll go to the line. First foul on Darius Wright. And Mason Kalu's got a chance to add to his point total. It's at 3 right now. 81% free throw shooter. First one is good. One more shot coming from him. Carter Fahey checks in for St. Francis. One of 2 for Kalu, and the rebound goes to Fahey. Here's Russell Tillery for St. Francis. Knocked loose by Kalu. Wright chases it down into the backcourt. And I call over and back. Kalu knocked it away from Wright. Wright picked it back up. Kalu knocked it away again, or at least it looked like he did. The officials are saying that Kalu did not touch it the second time, that Wright lost it himself into the backcourt. And that's why the ball belongs to Cardinal Stritch right now, because if it had been knocked away by Kalu, then Wright should be able to go into the backcourt to pick it up. But again, the ruling is that it had not been touched, that Wright lost it himself. So it's a turnover for the Saints. Cardinal Stritch basketball down by 28. Harper, jumper is good. Over the outstretched arm of Joey Bajemi. Nice pull-up shot from Timothy Harper, who's got 4 points now. The last 3 points have gone to Cardinal Stritch as they've scored on consecutive possessions. See if the Saints can end that run on offense before trying to come up with a stop on defense. Joey Bajemi backs up to half court. Lobbed inside the three-point line to Carter Fahey. That's E.J. Charles with the shot clock at 5. Bajemi pulls up just inside the three-point line. Jumper at the buzzer is short, but the offensive rebound goes to Fahey. Fahey, nice pass to the cutting Darius Wright, and Wright finishes it off. Nice sequence for the Saints there. Bajemi avoided the shot clock violation. Fahey grabbed the rebound, got the assist, a good cut and finish from Darius Wright. And a good steal here from E.J. Charles. Now he looks for a strong finish, and he throws it down. Second fast break dunk of the game for E.J. Charles. Charles has 18 of the Saints' 56 points, and the lead is all the way up to 30. Devin Dillon drives with the right hand, throws up a wild shot, no good. Rebound knocked around. Tillery saves it out to Bajemi, and Bajemi is fouled by Timothy Harper. Things are getting a little out of control for Cardinal Stritch as the Saints go to their bench. Carlos Tobias, Nadav Gerner, Rehana Maxwell, Topia all check in. Joey Bajemi stays on the floor. Darius Wright got his first start of the year today, and he's been very good in the starting role. 9 points on 4 of 6 shooting. Starters have put up big numbers up and down the board for St. Francis. Facing this beleaguered Cardinal Stritch bunch. Here's Joey Bajemi. Bajemi pulls up in the paint, turnaround, off-balance shot, way off. And a tie-up is called. Possession arrow to St. Francis. Credit to Joey Bajemi. Not a great-looking shot, but after it looked like Popovich had the rebound secured, Bajemi just reached his hands in and made sure that the Saints would get another chance here. Nadav Gerner inbounds to Bajemi. One dribble, fake, up, and no good with Mason Kalu on the defense. Kalu takes it the other way. Up over Fahey, no good. Grabs his own rebound, kicks it out to Dillon. Tevin Dillon, drives and kicks, and Glisic knocks down the three. Vanja Glisic hits his first field goal of the game. He's got his first 3 points, had missed his first 5 attempts. Joey Bajemi passes to Carlos Tobias. Tobias is stripped. Timothy Harper gets the steal. It's Harper against Tobias on the other end, and Harper lays it in. Nice work by Timothy Harper there. He's got 6 points. Here's Nadav Gerner. Gerner bounces down low to Carter Fahey. Fahey up top to Tobias. Three-pointer is good. Well, Fahey originally wanted to find Bajemi. He and Kalu got tangled up with one another. Both men fell to the ground. It all worked okay. They found an open Tobias, one of the best shooters on the team, and Tobias is able to knock down his first bucket of the night. A foul called on Rehana Maxwell Topia on the three-point attempt from Vanja Glisic. And Glisic is going to the line for 3 shots.
St. Francis foul number 0, Rehana Maxwell Topia, his second, team third.
Second foul on Maxwell Topia. 11:07 to play in the second half. 2 free throws coming up here from Glisic. Vanja Glisic, 13 of 17 from the free throw line this season. He misses the first of 3 attempts here. Second shot is good from Glisic as Jake Carley returns to action. Joey Bajemi heads to the bench. He's fouled shooting the three-pointer, so one more attempt here. Redshirt freshman from Serbia makes 1 of 3. And Nadav Gerner grabs the rebound. Here come the Saints. Rehana Maxwell Topia hands it to Carlos Tobias. Tobias shovels it off underneath to Fahey, who scores and a foul. Carter Fahey's had a really nice game today. And Fahey will get a chance from the line. That rattles home. 7 points now. 5 rebounds, 2 assists for Carter Fahey. The lead is 30. Harper against Gerner. Gets inside. Ball is poked free and scooped up by Fahey. 3-on-2. Fahey to Tobias to the trailing Maxwell Topia, who lays it in. Pretty ball movement for the Fighting Saints, and the lead is up to 32. They are doubling up Cardinal Stritch here about halfway into the second half. Set up by defense once again there. St. Francis defense has been sensational throughout this game. That was their 12th steal as Kalu slices through the defense and lays it in. Mason Kalu has got 6 points. Here's Nadav Gurner walking it off to the right side. Up top to Carly. Tobias on the left wing. Bounce down into the corner. Rihanna Maxwell-Topia outside to Tobias. Shot clock under 10. Tobias drives. Layup with the right hand is good. Nice drive from Carlos Tobias. Doing it from all over. Usually more of a spot-up shooter. That time he put it on the floor, and it paid off. Harper fires inside, finds Glisic. It's turned away by Rihanna Maxwell-Topia. Here come the Saints on the run. Carly outside, Gurner for three. Good. Nadav Gurner on the break. Gurner hits his third three-pointer of the season. And the Saints continue to run away from Cardinal Stritch here. It's a 35-point lead. And a timeout called by Cardinal Stritch and their head coach Anthony Houston off on the sideline. Trying to find their way back into this thing, running out of time here with 9:11 on the clock. St. Francis leads by 35. And Anthony Houston, in his second season as the head coach of Cardinal Stritch, brings his team to the sideline. He's been with them a little bit longer than that. He was promoted from his assistant coach's position, trying to get Cardinal Stritch back to where they were a few years ago. We've had 3 straight losing seasons coming into this year, and it doesn't look good to reverse that trend this season, at least not right now, but they need their players back. Doesn't matter who your 7 players are. When you're playing with only 7 active guys, the game becomes very difficult. And when the list of players missing includes your top 3 scorers for the season, that makes it just a little bit harder. So credit to the guys who are out there for Cardinal Stritch today. They have really fought, but they just don't have the firepower right now, and they are not shooting the ball the way they want to. 28% from the field in today's game, and they're just 3 of 12 shooting since halftime. Saints, meanwhile, have been lights out since halftime. They're 12 of 16 from the field, including 5 of 6 on three-pointers here in the second half. 75 and 83% respectively for those two numbers. It's Carly, Gurner, Fahey, Maxwell-Topia, and Tobias on the floor for the Saints. Same 5 as before the timeout. Harper, Dillon, Kalu, Glisic, and Hill play for Cardinal Stritch. This is Dillon. Jab step to the left, throws it back up top. Hand off to Isaac Hill. Hill stumbles, keeps his dribble. Nice work by Hill. Good ball movement all around for Cardinal Stritch. Hill inside the paint with the shot clock at 6. Puts it up with the right hand. Can't get the roll. Rebound to Maxwell-Topia, but knocked out of his hands by Hill. And the shot clock resets to 20. Isaac Hill stumbles once again. This time he loses the ball and is picked up by Carter Fahey. Fahey's pass towards Tobias is kicked by Mason Kalu, and it's a turnover. Excuse me, inbounds play for St. Francis coming up. They didn't turn it over. There's a turnover on the other end. So it set this whole possession up. Points off turnovers today, 24-4 in favor of the Saints. The number was 22-0 in the first half. Fahey gets his own miss and puts it back in. Carter Fahey padding both his point and rebound totals. He's got 9 and 6 for the game now. Kalu drives. Kalu gets in underneath the basket. Went too far and had nowhere to go with the ball. Tobias a little over-ambitious on that pass. Trying to get it to Gurner. He couldn't. Now the ball is loose. Isaac Hill picks it up. Hill throws it high. Keeps it in bounds. Doesn't matter. There's a foul called underneath the basket on St. Francis.
St. Francis foul number 0,
Rihanna Maxwell-Topia's third foul. 4th on St. Francis as Stefan Popovich checks in for Tevin Dillon. With just over 8 minutes to play, Harper set to inbound, trailing by 37. This is Glisic to a cutting Harper. Harper, jump shot, off the mark, rebounded by Fahey. Carter Fahey across half court, tosses off to Nadav Gurner on the left side. Gurner walks to the right. Back over to his left, it's Jake Carley. Not a lot of movement so far on this possession for the Saints. Gerner gets stuck in some traffic. Kicked outside. Shot clock at 6. It's Fahey. Finds a wide open Jake Carley. Three-pointer comes up short. Rebound goes to Hill. Isaac Hill for the Wolves. Works around Rehana Maxwell Topia. Picked up by Nadav Gerner. Carlos Tobias jumps into the passing lane. Knocks the ball free. Maxwell Topia picks up the loose ball. Now it's 2-0 for St. Francis and an easy layup for Jake Carley. Yeah, not as much style from Carley there as we saw from E.J. Charles earlier. That's the third time in this game the Saints have had a fast break with no defense even on that side of the floor. Kalu, three-pointer, is good. Mason Kalu has had some nice plays here in the second half. 9 points for him now. 6 of those since halftime. Carley up top to Maxwell Topia. Tobias on the left wing. Up top, Carley. Back to Tobias on the left. Shot clock at 10. Maxwell Topia from the free throw line. Puts it on the floor. One dribble. Now spins, looking around, turnaround jumper. Grazes the front of the rim. And Isaac Hill takes it the other way. Hill at the free throw line, kicks it into the corner. A drive from Popovich. Popovich can't connect on the banker. And the rebound goes to Carter Fahey. Fahey slows it down. Popovich speeds him up. And now Nadav Gerner can settle things for St. Francis. To Tobias on the right. Up top, Gerner. Gerner pressured tightly by Hill. A little bit of contact, no foul as Gerner keeps possession. Gerner walks to the left, finds Maxwell Topia with the shot clock at 6. Down low, Carley. Carley in the post against Glisic. Fadeaway jumper along the baseline, no good. Rebound tapped around and into the hands of Stefan Popovich. Isaac Hill for 3. No good, and nobody down there to help out on the rebound for Cardinal Stritch. Here come the Saints once again. Carter Fahey slows it down. Saints in no hurry offensively right now with a 36-point second half lead. Matt Atard heads to the scorer's table. He'll check in at the next whistle. Carter Fahey holds it on the outside. Now starts his dribble. Passes to a cutting Gerner. It's knocked away. And the loose ball dribbles right into the hands of Carlos Tobias, who misses on the 3. And now a whistle. We got an injury. I think Isaac Hill's okay. Just a little bit slow to get up. The three-pointer did not go for Tobias, but leading up to that, that's kind of the story of the game for St. Francis, is the ball was knocked loose by the Cardinal Stritch defense. It just kind of bounced slowly right into the waiting hands of Tobias. He couldn't have been in better position for it. Here's Timothy Harper. Up to Kalu, off to his left side. Glisic to Popovich. Back to Kalu on the right. Half the shot clock used up here as Mason Kalu drives with the left hand and draws the foul. Jake Carley gave him a little bump on the drive. Shot clock back to 20 as Cardinal Stritch will inbound from the baseline. 15 foul against St. Francis. And the Saints go back to their bench as Carter Fahey checks out. Tyler Irvin is going to get a little action here. Irvin appearing in a game for St. Francis for just the 6th time this year. Baseline jumper is no good from Stefan Popovich. And Jake Carley tracks down the rebound. Saints have a 3-on-2 here. Carley out to Tobias. Tobias gets caught underneath, shovels it back outside, nearly intercepted. But the loose ball picked up by Carley, and the Saints can resume their possession. Carley backs up to half court, finds Tyler Irvin. Irvin, the junior forward off the bench, gives it up to Rehana Maxwell Topia with a shot clock at 3. Maxwell Topia, reverse layup, got it, and a foul. In desperation, a great play from Rehana Maxwell Topia, and a chance at a 3-point play. It's having Dillon back in for Cardinal Stritch, as Vanja Glisic is called for his 4th foul. He stays in. We have not seen very much of Filip Milosevic in this second half as the free throw is no good. Harper grabs the rebound. I don't know if Milosevic is hurt or not, but he's been on the bench for a long time. All the more reason For Cardinal Stritch, you don't want to see anybody foul out as a kick is called against St. Francis. 4:02 on the clock. Vanja Glisic to inbound here. Around the screen and off to the left side. It's Popovich. Popovich drives on Atard. Kicks it outside. Three-point attempt is good from Mason Kalu. 12 points for Kalu. Carly's pass goes off the foot of Kevin Dillon. So Dillon is called for the kick, and the Saints will inbound from the sideline once again here. St. Francis goes back to their bench. Patrick Forstman enters the game. Forstman, the sophomore transfer from Skidmore College, getting just his third appearance of the season. He had played all of 4 minutes this season coming into today. Here's Atard for three. It's good. Matt Atard, senior transfer, originally from Melbourne, Australia. Atard doesn't get a lot of action, but he's a sharpshooter when he comes in. 38-point lead for the Fighting Saints. Popovich for three. Cannot answer. Offensive rebound. Glisic is fouled. Vanja Glisic back to the free throw line. 78-40. St. Francis has the lead.
St. Francis foul number 31, Matt Attar, his first, team sixth.
Glisic has 4 points so far today. And he cannot add to that total right here. He's just 1 of 3 now from the line. This is a guy who had missed only 4 free throws this year coming in. Granted, in only 17 attempts, but still a very good percentage. Second shot is good. He goes 1 of 2 from the line. Saints basketball. Gerner to Maxwell Topia, facing the full court press of Cardinal Stritch. Gerner gets across the timeline and gives it to Maxwell Topia. Here's Forstman. Up top to Nadav Gerner. Bounce to Tyler Irvin. Gerner dribbles in with the right hand. Back out to Irvin. To Atard. Three-pointer. Short. Rebound knocked around and brought in by Tevin Dillon. Quick run inside, and Glisic is fouled. Glisic stormed down the floor there. Cardinal Stritch wanted to score in a hurry. And that may prove to be the case as they waste very little time on the possession and get Glisic to the free throw line for 2 shots. Glisic to the line for the second time in a row. Second straight possession. He's 2 of 4 on free throws today. First one here is good. 6 points now for Vanja Glisic, one of 2 Serbians on the team, along with Filip Milosevic. Stefan Popovic is from Bosnia, same part of the world. Second free throw is good, and he's got 7 points now, including the last 3 for Cardinal Stritch. St. Francis has led by as many as 49 points in this game, up by 35 here. Matt Atard on the outside, over to Rihanna Maxwell Topia. Three-pointer falls. They've led by as many as 39 points, never 49, sorry. It's a 38-point game now. Here's Glisic with the clock running down, under 2 minutes to play this afternoon. Popovich crosses over, pull-up jumper from the elbow is good. Nice move by Stefan Popovich there. Popovich, who scores 3.5 points per game, typically when everybody's out there, has 6 today, 3 of 15 shooting. Atard, corner 3, no good. In and out that time for the senior from Australia. Wolves are on the move again. Glisic, quick shot. Too strong on the 3, grabs his own rebound, a long one hopper. Back outside the 3-point line again Tevin Dillon drives, misses the scoop shot. The rebound goes to St. Francis, who calls a quick substitution timeout. Gabe Amicon comes in. And Rihanna Maxwell Topia departs. Good showing for Maxwell Topia today. In 18 minutes, he scored 9 points. Good to see him back out on the floor here after missed last week's games. Saints split a pair of home games last week. As Atard misses on the three, rebound goes to Forstman. Forstman loses it right back to Cardinal Stritch, though. Loose ball brought in by Timothy Harper as Cardinal Stritch nearly turned it over. Final minute of play. This is Gleasich. Good find to the cutting Isaac Hill. Hill is fouled by Tyler Irvin. It's been an up and down season for St. Francis. They were outstanding in November. And then they really struggled in December. Now here in January, on the verge of improving to 1-1. They went 6-1 in the month of November, and then just 2-5 in 7 December games. Actually, sorry, only 6 December games. They went 2-4. And now they look to improve their overall record to 9-6. 81-47 the score after the free throws. Here's Nadav Gerner passing off to Tyler Irvin. What could be the last possession of the game for St. Francis. Taken away by Isaac Hill. He rips it from Gabe Amicon, and Amicon is called for the foul.
St. Francis foul number 25, Gabe Amicon, his first team's night.
1-1 for Hill off of the Amicon foul. 9th team foul against St. Francis. Front end is good from Isaac Hill. 6 points in the game for Hill. He makes them both. So 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. The Saints will likely have to get a shot off here. Forstman across half court into the corner for Atar. St. Francis running the regular offense here. Gerner over to Tyler Irvin. Irvin looking for his first points of the season. Gives it up instead to Gerner. Three-pointer is good. Gerner had hit just 2 3-pointers all season. He's got 2 today. And that's likely the final points that St. Francis will score. Let's see if Cardinal Stritch can get one more basket on the board. Down 84-49. Timothy Harper sets up the offense. Harper walks it to the right. Harper drives, kicks. Hill, one more pass. Popovich at the buzzer. No good on the three. And there's your ball game. 84-49, our final score today. St. Francis defeats Cardinal Stritch in dominant fashion. Start to finish, this one was all Fighting Saints. The Saints jumped out to an early lead. Cardinal Stritch didn't get their first points on the board till 5.5 minutes in. And credit to the short-handed Wolves. They really fought today in a game that they only had 7 players. They were without the majority of their usual starting lineup, but the guys they had fought hard all throughout this one and really didn't play poorly down the stretch other than the fact that they just couldn't hit their shots. They ended up going 28% total from the field, and they hit a few more of those open looks than could be looking at a much closer game, but as it is, St. Francis was just too much for this shorthanded group of Wolves today. Leading scorer in the game, E.J. Charles, finished with 18 points and 7 rebounds. Carter Fahey led the team in rebounding with 8. He chipped in 9 points and 3 steals. Really a nice all-around game for Carter Fahey today. The Saints got 9 points each from Lewis Holy, Darius Wright, Rihanna Maxwell Topia, and of course Fahey. As mentioned, Tillery had 8 points. The Saints got opportunities up and down the board here, and everybody really chipped in. They had a lot of guys who don't get big minutes playing some big second half minutes just because the game was lopsided pretty early on. St. Francis built a lead of nearly 40 points early on in the second half, and they were able pretty much to cruise to this victory. So our final score today, 84-49 in favor of St. Francis. Cardinal Stritch got 12 points from Mason Kawu to lead the way for them. Tevin Dillon had 10. The victory for the Saints evens up their record. They are 5-5 in conference play and now 9-6 overall for the season. With the loss, Cardinal Stritch drops their record to 3-11, 1-7 in conference play. So I mentioned it earlier, the Saints are right in the thick of the middle of the conference and trying to battle for positioning and get themselves a spot in the conference tournament. Today was a big win, and they'll get another chance at home on Wednesday. So back-to-back home games. They'll take on Governors State on Wednesday at 7. That's our next broadcast, of course, of St. Francis basketball. Hopefully you're with us for that one, a doubleheader, 5 and 7. The St. Francis women's and men's teams take on Governors State University right here at the Sullivan Center. That's next time I'll be speaking to you. That does it for this one, 84-49. St. Francis defeats Cardinal Stritch. Until next time, this is Terry Bonadonna signing off from Joliet, Illinois. Talk to you next time.